check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfella1 Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. Everybody wants to talk about everything but the tactical part of Crawford and Errol Spence. Oh, Spence don't deserve 50-50, or Terence don't deserve 50-50. Bob Arum called out Al Heyman. Bob told, Al is telling Bob, don't listen to the white man. Whatever, whoop-de-whoop. Bob Arum, Al Heyman don't want to put Spence in there. PBC executives come out there and say Bob Arum was just desperate. At the end of the day, make the fucking fight happen, man. We back, Goodfella Sports TV. We in the building. Appreciate it. Salute to all that's out there. Subscribe, supporting the channel. Hit the subscribe button, bell icon button. But really, who give a shit? Who give a hell? Honestly, who cares what the fuck Bob Arum says? Who cares what Al Heyman think? Who cares about the PBC officials and shit like that? The articles they send in the boxing scene. I'll link all that shit to the description if need be. Who really cares about the bullshit, man? Really? Everybody want to just sit here, and these boxing fans, and I know motherfuckers that do that shit for real. And they really do it for real, man. And they getting caught up talking about the business side of boxing. I don't give a fuck. Make the fight happen. However it got to happen. Do I care who deserves 50-50, who don't? At the end of the day, man, let's do it the right way. Nigga, 40-40. Nigga, winner get 20%. Come on. At the end of the day, you can come up on 60% of the revenue. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. If that's how you feeling. Because at the end of the day, everybody want to give you an excuse why this can't happen, that can't happen. Or whoop-de-whoop. Or Terence ain't did this, or Errol ain't did that. Don't matter. At the end of the day, it's a fight that we want to see. We want to see the outcome. Everybody want to get in here and, 50-50, and, he don't deserve 50-50. Look here, man, I'll give a shit what the financials say. Make this motherfucker 40-40. And a winner get 20%. That's all the problem right there. Let's see who really got the balls. Let's see who really confident. Because a lot of times these boxers just be running their mouth. They really don't be confident. That's why I tell you, don't be listening to what some of these fighters say. Close your ears and open your eyes. And not to tell you the truth you need to tell. Like Teofimo Lopez. Close your ears, open your eyes. If you know the game, you know he's not ready for Lomachenko. Don't mean he won't be ready at some point, and he can't beat Lomachenko if the time is right. But right now, he ain't on that level. You figure deal me? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, don't get caught up in this business shit. Niggas want to sit here, talk about the business side of it. It's much funner to talk about who gonna get their ass whooped. I'm telling you. It's more fun to talk about who gonna get their ass whooped. That's the best fun. Best fun ain't carrying the one. Most of you niggas ain't even never like math in y'all life. Now everybody a math petition. Carry the one, take it to the third power, 50-50. Don't believe Bob Arum, don't believe Al Heyman. They both responsible for shit like this. You know what I'm saying? I ain't believing Bob, and I don't know what to believe about Al because he don't speak. But his action speaks louder than his words, though. Because Errol Spence should be suited and booted and be ready to go. He should have 2 belts, right? 3 belts altogether right now. If he is what they say he is. If he beat up on Sean he should supposed to got the WBC belt. Right after Keith Thurman won, Keith Thurman take a break off, he's supposed to come back and fight him, right? 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 That's what's supposed to happen. He's supposed to have 2-3 belts right now. Then he could have beat up Sean, beat up Danny. Then he's supposed to be ready for Terence Crawford. See, it's deeper than that. Because remember, man, a lot of these dudes don't know shit about boxing. Remember, Terence Crawford turned pro in 2007. That's 5 years before Errol Spence. No matter if it was on the lower level, Mattered Off Sports / Victory Promotions, I think that's what it is now. And he was fighting bums and lower level competition, deep under people's undercards when nobody's showing up in 6 and 8, 10 rounders with nobody in the crowd. That's still experience. That's still muscle. That's still building muscle memory. That's still training camps or training with Timothy Bradley. Training camps, training with Mikey Garcia. He getting that experience. He has 5 more years experience. The point of not making a fight for Errol Spence right now, and I know this for a fact, his team doesn't feel like he's 100% ready for Bud Crawford and what he brings to the table. Mayweather will tell you off the record. Leonard Ellerby will tell you off the record. 5 years is a half a decade. And he hasn't fought anybody that can prepare him for a guy that has that amount of experience level. That's a real welterweight. Bud ain't no small motherfucker. So the plan is really, and they'll never admit this until like maybe down the line they do a documentary or something. The plan is not only to get the 3 belts or fight the dudes on his street. The plan for Errol Spence is to get that experience. That big fight experience versus Thurman. That big fight experience versus tough Sean Porter. It's kind of like the Avatar, the last Airbender for niggas who watched that shit. That was my shit. He had to go train with the water, the fire, and the earth. And that made him a full circle avatar. You know what I'm saying? That kind of made him thorough and I'm ready to go beat the Fire Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's what it made. He had that experience. Same thing for Errol Spence. Got to beat Keith Thurman. Got to beat Sean. And possibly got to beat Danny Garcia because you got an aggressive fighter that come forward and make it ugly. You got another fighter that's a master counterpuncher and master distance in Danny Garcia. Then you got the fleet of foot fighter, the very athletic, hard punching Keith Thurman. You fight all 3 of those, he dominate those 3, that changes the game. That closes the gap. If you believe it's not a gap, but it's a gap between them, at least from the experience standpoint, it closes the gap. It closes that gap between Terence Crawford experience, and it makes it a much more interesting fight if you get those 3 in the ring. That's the point. And from a trainer's aspect, Derek James would tell you the same thing off the record. He probably never said it, but I know some shit he said on the record and off the record that confirmed what I heard off the record, that he know Errol Spence is not ready experience-wise for Terence Crawford. And people go, oh, you hate. I'm not hating. That's 5 years. That's a 5-year gap of training camps, fights. You know what I'm saying? He needs those 3 fights to even be ready for Terence Crawford. Crawford can do everything I just named. He can beat you up on the inside, he can beat you up to the body, he can rough you up, he can box side to side, laterally in and out, and he's a sharp counterpuncher. May he be a sharper counterpuncher than Danny Garcia? Maybe not, maybe so. Is he more of an athletic mover and puncher than Thurman? Maybe so, maybe not. Is he more of an aggressive, nasty dog than Sean Porter? Maybe so, maybe not. But all 3 of those fights prepare Errol Spence for Bud Crawford, and it gives him more of an advantage. You know what I'm saying? The experience category and the skills category, because you can't do nothing but get better if you beat those guys. So he's not going to just buzzsaw through those guys. Neither was Terence Crawford. All 3 of those guys are tough. You know? But you got to understand the position this is. Since motherfuckers want to talk business, let's talk boxing. How many people brought up the experience gap between Terence and Errol? How many people brought up that Terence been boxing since he was 7, Errol since he was 15? So that's an 8-year gap just from boxing standpoint. A 5-year gap from a professional standpoint. Come on, man. You got to read between the lines. Don't believe everything they selling you, bro. They have an agenda. It's not just you just want to make fights and keep the money in-house. That ain't neat. People think that's PBC's main objective, but it's really not. They went out there and worked with other promoters before, and other than that, invited Lomachenko onto the platform. He got a belt. Invited Cale Brook to the platform. He got a belt. Jimmy McDonald retained his belt coming on the platform as well too. And maybe I'm a little bit of Bud niggas head and talking this real boxing shit and speak real names that some of these superficial motherfuckers don't know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they've worked with other people before. This is about getting Errol Spence prepared 100% for Terence Crawford. That's why they're not looking to do that fight right now. He's not ready. And I've said it. I've heard off the record from a very, very prominent source that Errol Spence's team feels that way. And it's obvious. That's a 13-year gap. Between 8 years, Terence starting at 7, Errol starting at 15. And Terence Crawford starting in 2007 as a pro. Errol starting at 2012 as a pro. So it's a big gap. You know, but my whole point of this is I don't care about the business. I just broke down real boxing shit like that. And make it 40-40 and the winner get 20%. If they feel real confident, that's easy. You come out 60%. If you're feeling froggy, do 30-30. The winner get 40% of the revenue. But who really willing to do that? And that'd be pulling. If somebody really came and said that, that'd be really pulling both camps' whole card. All right. Oh, no, we ain't doing that. No. If you confident your man going to win. But it's always a lot of false bravado and false confidence in boxing. I'm telling you. And you got to know how to read it. You got to know how to play it. Shut your ears and open your eyes. Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, response, or video request, and or all social media platforms. All those links in the description. Don't forget to check out the Patreon. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Hellblaze, at thehellblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow Unboxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Lotion soaps, foot soap, box bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, wet, and much, much more. Website, promo code in the description. One time for the one time. Let me know how y'all feel. Hit the subscribe button, bell icon, bell, and share the videos. We go.